pain is right now? Because that's what I feel like. Living on a prayer. That's what this book is. Living on a prayer. Because every single time you call the God, it's living on a prayer. No? Okay. Hi, hello. My name's Tiana, and I just finished The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. This book was an ode to Naruto. I love Naruto. I'm a Naruto fanatic, and this book gave me Naruto vibes. Katai is our Sakura. Rin, you could argue, is Naruto, or she is a Sasuke. We have Rin, and at the age of 14, her Auntie Fong, is like, hey, you gotta GTFO and marry this dude so we can get all the money because we're gonna sell drugs. Got it. And then Rin's like, nah, sis, I'm going to school. I'm gonna go be the next Kung Fu Panda. And her auntie's like, no. And her auntie in like part 1, I mean, we don't see her ever again in this book, but her auntie like can go head to head with Evelyn Hugo. Oh my God. She's like, first you're gonna do this, then you're gonna give your husband the drugs, and then you're gonna do this. And I'm like, whoa. Who came first, the chicken or the egg? Did Evelyn Hugo learned from Auntie Fong because she was very strategic in her planning? I'm just like, did you do this to your husband? Is that why he, after she spends 2 years, so by then she is 16. And for me, I'm very like structured in like my time setup. So I was very confused about how time was flowing in this book. So when she gets to the academy, she's 16. And then somehow, some way, we spend 3 years at the academy, but we don't even know. Or I'm just stupid, I didn't even know. And then I watched R.F. Kuang's recap, her drunk recap on her Instagram, and we didn't have a time frame. So I'm just like, okay. So I had to go Google the time frame to make sure that I wasn't a dumb bitch. And now we're here trying to like help you and help me to get on track. And then you have Alton, who is like Itachi. The only person that I liked that had a whole like character arc was Alton. He had an objective. He was rude. Oh, but then he was nice. Oh, it turns out he's gay as fuck, and we love that shit. And I like that we didn't sexualize gayness in this book. It's just like, here it is. Take it for what it is. And I really enjoyed that. But it's just, he was the only one that had an objective and a clear objective that got us from point A to point B to point C. And that was it. Rin has some shit to do in book 2. We have to go kill the Empress now. Then you have John, who was like pervy sage. He was a drug addict. Well, can we really call him a drug addict though? Because he needed the drugs to call on the gods. But he's probably the only sane one in this book. Because everyone's just like, don't do this towards Rin. And what did she do? Oh, who is me? Suddenly I can't hear or see right now, and she'll go against what everyone's saying. And then she instantly regrets it. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck is going on? And then you have Naja, who is Sakura, or Sasuke, goddamn. Do I have a favorite character? Yes, Naja. I love a good villain, because if you give a bitch a puppy, he gonna be nice. We've all read Throne of Glass, right? We all know Manon wasn't nice. When you give her Braxos, she's nice. So Naja, I'm like, okay, is Rin Naja's puppy? Are we gonna be nice now? And the author was like, yeah, I love their friendship. And I'm like, what friendship? Even their rivalry and his abusive attitude towards her? I'm confused. And then people on Twitter like, oh my God, Naja's alive. I'm just like, but ain't he dead as hell? I have the Dragon Republic right here. I am gonna read book 2 because I can't really judge a series by its first book, obviously. And with Naruto though, the magic system is very clear. In this book, I was very unsure about how things were working and how things got us going. Except for drugs, because drugs gets everyone going apparently. So we have these shamans who speak to the gods, and you have to be very high off your ass to open your third eye and talk to them. And my third eye is still closed, but I still get prophetic dreams, and I never have to take drugs to do that shit. So anything in the name of fantasy, I guess. With the characters, I felt like I really couldn't get to know them. And in the same way Naruto is, you need to like spin 18 seasons of Naruto to finally figure out why a character hates their daddy. Yes, I'm talking about Itachi. So that's what I felt like this book was. We get like layers, but we don't really like get the whole onion. And I'm just like, I just want the whole onion. I'm sick of eating diced onions. I want the whole fucking onion. I'm disappointed but not surprised because the hype was very there. Look at that sun glow. Took time to set up, but I'm confused about what we're trying to set up here. We spent 500 pages of a book without a clear objective. We were just, in the first part of this book, I was very aware what was going on. I knew what we were doing. It wasn't until the end of this book we're like, oh no, we're setting up everything for book 2. Okay, I get it. But like, is this how people felt about The Witcher? Is this what this pain is right now? Because that's what I feel like. Maybe I'm just stupid. Katai, we only got to see Katai for like part 1, part of part 2, and then like we didn't see him at the end until part 3. And he's very judgmental. I don't like a judgmental bitch, okay? And then me here judging a book by its cover. Katai is just like, you killed a whole civilization. Ren, why did you go and do what they did to us? Like, that's not how, you don't fight fire with fire. Martin Luther King, who am I? And it's just like, well, where do you rebuild from here? How do you win a war that's unwinnable? It's just constant fighting. So I don't know what we're gonna do. Like, yes, we have to go kill the Empress now, but like, for why? I feel like this book was an ode to Naruto, as I said in the beginning. Because with Naruto, you have no clear idea what's going on until the last 2 minutes of the episode. And that's what I feel like this book was. You don't know what's going on until the last 150 pages of this book. I feel like I can judge a series by its first book. I can judge it by its setup, and there really is no setup here to discuss except for like getting the objective to killing the Empress. Mi piace questo libro, ma voglio non lo so adesso. So do I have any predictions for book 2? I don't think Naja's dead. I think that we're gonna get some new characters. I think that we're going to see a rocky relationship with Katai and Rin because he's a very judgmental sister. He hates the bourgeoisie as a bourgeoisie himself, so he's very hypocritical but socially aware. So is he the great compromiser like Henry Clay himself? Non lo so. Ma voglio. I want to see what he can do and what he's going to bring to the table right now. I like the moments we had with the psych, but this book has a lot of trigger warnings for people dealing with alcoholism and drug abuse. So, don't know how I feel about a bunch of military generals just getting doped up to go fight wars. But here we are, because nothing happened in this book for this book to be 500 pages long. It's kind of like how I felt about A Discovery of Witches, in getting our lives together, but can you really have your life together in a time of war? No, that's just impossible. Of course, I cannot talk about every little thing that happened in this book, and if I did, I would confuse you because magic systems were very unclear to me, time framing, very unclear to me. Characters were hard to get to know, especially with this book being in third person omniscient, and sometimes no, this book was in third person limited, and sometimes it would go to third person omniscient, but it didn't help sew up loose ends. So I'm hoping we get to just know more about like the gods and like talking to the gods, and wow, I'm just a bundle of joy today, aren't I? So maybe I can go get some of the memes now. Maybe not. Maybe I have to read book 2 to like fully understand the memes and like fully grasp what I just read. I like that this was Alton's book and he got his happy ending, he got his revenge, but revenge is very embedded into these characters, and I'm just like, but don't you want to have peace? Revenge isn't always peace, and peace isn't always revenge. Can we just like find a middle ground? And the middle ground isn't like killing off the Empress. The middle ground is like having peace. Wow, that was so clear, Tiana. But yes, I will catch you in the next one. Bye.